It's December 23rd, eve of Christmas Eve, and the Joe Wentz Project podcast is on.
This is the Joe Wentz Project podcast, where guitars still live and breathe, and the classics stay alive and well. While you're here, don't forget to check out the links below for info on where to get yourself a t-shirt and other apparel. Thanks for stopping by. And now, on with the show.
And now, on with the show. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for listening. Yes, this is pre-recorded. This is the Joe Wentz Project podcast, broadcasting from South Carolina, the eve of Christmas Eve. Wow. Yes, I had to go to Walmart again today. That was my second trip in a row, 2 days in a row, and I tried to go live a little earlier, and it just didn't. It just wasn't working out. So I said, maybe I can do a pre-recorded podcast, man. I think that would be cool. So anyway, I wanted to start with some stories here that I found online. I think it's, what is this, BuzzFeed? Yeah, BuzzFeed, and it's got, I think it's called 17 Heartwarming Christmas Stories that I wanted to share with you. I thought it was pretty cool. So I'm just randomly going through some of these. So here we go. Let's start with this one. It is called The Coworker. Some of these are short, some are real long, so I'm just going to read some of these short ones. And I think they're pretty cool. It's the perfect time of year to hear some of these. So The Coworker, here we go. One year when I was younger, my parents were struggling financially. One of the ladies my mom works with asked my mom what my brother and I wanted for Christmas. My mom told her, and the lady bought exactly what we wanted and gave it to my parents to give to us Christmas morning. To this day, my brother still says it was the best Christmas present ever, and it wasn't until a couple of years ago that my mom told us it was her coworker that bought us the toys to give to us from Santa. We may not have had a Christmas that year if it wasn't for her generosity. Wow, man, how about that? That is amazing. Very nice, very nice. Let's move on to another. This is called The Forgotten Present. Let's see. I was about 8 years old, and it was a couple of days after Christmas. My mom had found a present she had bought for me in her closet. Instead of just giving it to me and have that be that, she snuck out on our back deck and threw it up on the roof. Wow. This mom was determined. Wow, that's strong right there. I got to give it up to her mom. My parents called me out and showed me this gift. And my dad got a ladder and spotted me while I got it down. I still remember the butterflies thinking, wow, he really came. Santa was up on the roof and this fell out of his sleigh. The gift was a pink Barbie camera. I'll never forget that feeling. Wow, that is too cool, man. Let's see. Here's another short one. This was nice right here. This one is titled The Laundromat. All throughout my childhood, there was a homeless man who slept in our local laundromat. Wow. Every Thanksgiving and Christmas, my mom would cook a big spread, and we would take him a heaping plate, and I insisted on hugging him. It's one of my favorite memories, and probably one of the reasons I ended up in school for social work. Wow. How many people have you seen do that? I got to give it up to the guy, though, not to be funny, but, you know, if you're going to be sleeping somewhere, if you can find a laundromat, that's where to go, especially in the wintertime, because it's usually pretty warm in there. Well, if there's anybody using the dryers or anything, but, you know, oh, man. Okay, on to the next one. Random Act of Kindness is what this one's titled. Let's see. It starts with, I was about 10 and my family was really struggling financially. It was a few days before Christmas and a stranger rang the doorbell and handed my dad a wrapped box. We all sat at the table and my parents opened it to find an envelope full of cash. Full of cash? Good Lord, they need to come to my house. As well as gift cards for myself and my 3 siblings. My parents asked all around to try to find out who did this. But to this day, we don't know. It's touching to know people do things like this not for praise, but out of the goodness of their hearts. Man, golly. Now, I think that would be the one that you'd really like to. That'd be the Very awesome act of kindness right there, wouldn't it? My God. Man. Is that just... Does that just happen on the Lifetime Network? Because I don't see nothing like that happening around here. Or the Hallmark Channel, one of those. Next one, it says, back to normal. My grandmother died a week and a half away from her favorite holiday, which is Christmas. Oh, man. And we thought that things were at their worst. We were eating in complete silence, and all of a sudden my grandfather said the simplest thing. He said that he was grateful for us being there. That week was the hardest week of my life, and I still remember it vividly. But that Christmas, when my grandpa said those words, I thought things could go back to normal. Wow. Just goes to show you what some simple words can do, right? Man, golly. So that's a few stories right there I thought I'd share with you. I thought that was really cool. Just some nice stories, man. It's nice to hear some stuff like that because there's so much negativity in the world. And here it is right here at Christmas. And, man, good Lord. You need something to brighten your day. That's just what I'm trying to say. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, here we go. Let's give a big shout-out real quick to one of our sponsors, Emergency. You can find Emergency, especially in Walmart. That's where I found it around here. Dietary supplement aisle of your favorite retailer. You can find it there, too. Let me give you a brief, quick overview about Emergency. If you're not familiar with Emergency, check it out. If you're feeling kind of down, feeling like you're coming down with a cold or something like that, more likely you need some vitamin C, and Emergency is what you need. Feel great every day, packed with vitamin C plus and other key antioxidants to support your immune system, along with B vitamins to enhance energy naturally. Emergency dietary supplements are the delicious way to start your day. Try the original formula, new gummies, chewables, and specialty formulas, and great tasting natural fruit flavors. And I'm here to tell you for myself, Emergency works. It was last winter. I started feeling pretty crappy, man. And I got me an emergency packet and had me a bottle of water, poured about half the water out, mixed some Emergency in there, mixed it up, shotgun that thing. The next day when I got up, same thing. And boy, I'm telling you, I felt better. No time at all, boy. It took care of it. Emergency, check it out. Emergency. And I'm going to tell you how that is spelled. That is spelled EMERGEN-C. Emergency. Check them out today. If you're unaware of my new EP, Then She Turned Around, be sure to check the links below. I will put the links in there for my brand new EP that just came out last week. Then She Turned Around. 5 brand new songs. If you haven't heard them yet, check it out, man, after you click those links. Also, there's links down there for t-shirts, hoodies, all kind of cool stuff, and social media links as well. Also, you can check out thejoewentzproject.com for more information. Let's go ahead and hit one of the songs right now, one of the songs off the EP. Here it is. They're Taking Over. Hope you enjoy it. We'll be right back after this track. Stand by.
Oh, hell yeah. It's hot, always.
there she is. There she is. They're taking over from my new EP, Then She Turned Around. Make a great Christmas gift, a last-minute gift, I might add, but a gift nonetheless, right? Yeah. So, yeah, there we go. I'm getting some pretty good feedback from that EP. I haven't recorded nothing in quite some time, man, so that was a lot of fun to do. That was a lot of fun. Then She Turned Around. Check the links below if you're interested, and it's there if you like it. It's available at all digital media outlets, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, you name it, it's there. You want it? Check the links. Pick it up today. The video behind this one that I posted today is it's like a 1-minute jam, and what I did is I went ahead and got on the PreSonus software here, used the AudioBox USB 96 interface, and just went ahead and just went all out and did like a 1-minute jam. I was like, what can I do in 1 minute? You know? So that's what I did. If you haven't checked that out, go one video behind this one. I think it's called 1 Minute Jam. It's either that or One Fine Jam. I want to say 1 minute jam, but I think that's what it is. 1 minute jam. And I've done those in the past a lot. It's been a while since I've done that on this channel, but it's kind of like a challenge, you know. You got 60 seconds, maybe a touch over 60 seconds. What can you do for that 1 minute jam? If you haven't tried that, I'd suggest, that you try it. You know, just the big hunk of creativity that you can fit in 60 seconds, or maybe a touch over that. Maybe, I think mine was like 1:14, something like that. So it did go over a little bit, just a little bit. But it's a lot of fun, so check it out if you haven't checked it out. If you haven't checked out none of my Countdown to Christmas live videos, go back and check that out. If you're new to this channel, my name is Joe. I love doing live videos, live vlogs sometimes. Guitar playing is my main thing. That's what I really enjoy doing. Podcasts like this right here is a lot of fun. So I hope to see you around. If you're new, like I said, hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon so you get notifications every time I upload something to my channel. We'd love to have you. Thank you for being here. And for the people who've been here for a long time, thank you so much. Thank you for all the thumbs ups and the kind words. It's really nice. I really, really do appreciate that. And now it's story time. Are you ready? Are you ready for story time? And since the holiday season, we'll go with this one right here. I've already told the story about when I got my first guitar, Christmas Eve of 1986. I know people that's been on this channel for a while that's tuned in, they've heard me say that story more than once. But I don't know if I went into this much detail about the part of the story. When I got my guitar, and on a side note, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. That'll mark 31 years I've been playing guitar. 31. Good God, man. 31 years. And so I get the guitar. You know, it was during the actual party. My family, my father's side of the family would always, mom and dad would throw this big party, you know, and my dad's side of the family, they would come over. My uncle and his daughters, which are my cousins, would come down from Myrtle Beach. At the time, I was like, Myrtle Beach? I thought that was like the same distance as California. You know, when I was that young, I didn't know. But as I got older, I realized it wasn't that far, right? So I get the guitar in 1986. I was 16. My uncle, my father's brother, the one from Myrtle Beach, I give it to him because I remember seeing pictures all through my youth, looking at photo albums and old pictures when they had the Christmas parties before I was even born, of my uncle, and he had a guitar in his hand. Usually it was like a Gibson 335, you know, kind of like a B.B. King style hollow body. And I remember one picture I saw, it was candy apple red. It was beautiful. So I saw my uncle over there, and I said, you know, Uncle Buddy, his name was Buddy. I said, Uncle Buddy, can you tune my guitar? And he's like, I don't know if I can do that, son. But he did. He tuned it by ear the best that he could. Well, you know, for me at that point in time, I was like, how is he doing that? You know. So he tunes it, and he gets one of his daughters, one of my cousins, and they start singing like these gospel hymns right there in front of everybody at the party. So that freaked me out. That just blew my mind. I was like, holy crap, my uncle is a rock star. You know? So then every year after that, for I don't know, probably about, 3 or 4 years, I would bring my guitar downstairs from my room, and my little Gorilla amp. Everybody remember Gorilla amps? Anybody remember that? That was my first amp, Gorilla amp. What a piece of crap amp. But it did its job. So I would play him something when another year would go by. I'd play him something like to try to show him my progress, And of course, and I started getting more and more and trying to learn some Van Halen stuff, which I know back then it sounded crappy. And he was like, "Yeah, that sounds good, son. I can't play none of that stuff." So it was it's pretty wild. So it was cool, man. It was cool to just think tomorrow will be 31 years ago. God almighty. Whew. Man, that's a long time ago. God almighty. Where does the time go? Lord, it goes by so quick. So fast, because you just never know. You never know. Oh, Lord. All right, everybody, thank you for listening. This has been the Joe Wentz Project podcast, pre-recorded edition. Thank you so much for listening and checking this out. I hope everybody has a great night. Merry Christmas to everybody. And I hope everybody has a safe and happy holiday. Until then, this is Joe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Peace out.